What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Days with Wade. Feels so good to say that. I know I've been gone for a minute, so in this video I'm going to get into why I've been gone and why I'm now back. As some of you may know, I launched my underwear business around the same time I launched this channel. I think it's around 2 years ago. In that time, I've learned so much about the time and effort that it takes to grow a business. I've been very active on the Ultimate Underwear Club socials, posting lots of organic videos and running paid ads in an attempt to try and grow the business. But in my experience, I've found that it's quite difficult to acquire new customers. So that brings me to my first revelation that marketing is absolutely everything. Your product might be absolutely amazing. It might be the shiniest, newest, the best thing since sliced bread, but unfortunately, it's not enough to get it over the line. First of all, people need to know about your product, and then you need to entice and convince them to change from whatever they're using at the moment, convince them why they should use you. And oftentimes you're going up against a company that is very well entrenched and has a very good reputation. So it can be very challenging to try and acquire new customers through your marketing effort. And that's why I cringe so much when I see these comments online with people saying, oh, you know, their product, it costs $5, they sell it for $80 or $100, and it's probably from China, so these guys are probably just raking it in. Why should I use them? And that's the same for people who I see as well, just thinking that they're going to start a business and it's going to be so easy. They only have to buy a small amount to get started at a cheap price, and it's just going to be so easy to get new customers. But one thing that they're not taking into account is the price it takes to acquire a new customer. All that money that you need to pay old Mark Zuckerberg and Google is going to be dependent on your market as well. And not only that, a lot of these platforms, Facebook, Google, they will jack the prices up of the cost per click depending on the season. If it's coming up to Christmas or Black Friday, you'll be paying a lot more to get someone just to click on your website. I've had at times when I was running a Google Performance Max campaign that I was charged $10 for someone to click on my underwear website, which didn't even end up resulting in a sale. So how do you scale a business like that when these platforms can just decide that, you know what, that click that you just got, that was worth $20. I've actually had it $20 before. It's not even a joke. So I was thinking, how can I grow this business? Business coaches will charge you an arm and a leg. Influencers want so much money that a lot more than they're actually going to bring in. The digital marketers aren't really that much better because they'll charge you quite high fees, and you're paying Google and Facebook as well as the price for your inventory. So you're gonna have to keep a very close full watch on, are you making money or you're not? You might be making sales, that's great, but are you making money? Are you making profit? That's the question when it's all said and done. So this is my second revelation. This hit me like a ton of bricks. I follow a few guys online and they have quite big followings, and they've managed to launch successful clothing businesses, supplement lines, apps, paid communities. So all through their personal brand, they've offered a lot of quality content over the years, and they've built up a lot of trust with people, and they've gotten people to buy from them, which, you know, it's a really good setup. And I'm looking at my situation and I'm thinking, I've probably put the cart before the horse with Ultimate Underwear Club. I've been trying to grow the business without any following, and that can be really, really hard. even though I'm incredibly proud of Ultimate Underwear Club, it is just such a cool brand. The products are amazing, the features, the feel, there's nothing really quite else like it on the market, but that has only been getting me so far. I'm not saying it's been all doom and gloom, it's been okay, but there's not that big growth that I thought would have happened by now. So that's why I've come crawling back to Days with Wade, and to be honest, I've been quite regretful for neglecting this channel because I love Days with Wade, I love you guys, and because this sounds a bit corny, doesn't it? I'm definitely going to be continuing to try and grow Ultimate Underwear Club through Facebook ads. I think Facebook ads is probably the best way. I've tried my hand at Google ads, especially as I touched on before, the Performance Max campaign. It can be quite volatile in how it spends your budget, and the Google search ads, it's hard to stand out with the Google search ads. You can only write so good of a keyword or a phrase. With a Facebook ad, you can pick up a camera, you can talk. It's almost like you're applying for a job interview. Are you gonna just send them your online resume and hope that they call you, or are you gonna knock on the door and say, hey, here I am, I want a job. Are you gonna give it to me? So I feel like at least with Facebook ads, they can see you and they can trust you a little bit more. So I'm definitely going to be trying my hand at trying to grow the business through that, just through low budgets. I'm not in any rush. I'm quite fortunate that underwear doesn't have an expiry date. There's no use by, and hopefully provide enough value for you guys to the point where you might consider giving me a go and perhaps putting on some of my underwear. And since realizing the power of the personal brand, I've decided to team up with one of my good friends, Canon, and we've started a new podcast called the Trad Chads. It's a podcast, and it's also, there's some day in the life vlogs in there. It's about the 4 pillars, we call it our 4 pillars of life, which is Jesus, family and fellowship, wealth and business, and health and fitness. So we try and get some guests on the show that accompany all these values so we can just really go back to traditional values and revisit what made our societies so great to begin with. So if you're interested in that, I'll link it in the description below and check it out. So that's a bit of an update for you guys. I'm very excited to come back to Days with Wade. It's Christmas/New Year's at the time of filming, so I've actually put up a recipe for a nice vegetable korma that I decided to make just because so much meat, I've had so much meat this Christmas, so I just wanted something that was vegetarian. So I've put that up for you guys, so feel free to check it out. There is protein in there. I've got my red kidney beans and my chickpeas. Yes, I know it's not as good as meat, but sometimes you need to have a break. So just to give you a bit of an idea of what's to come with Days with Wade, I'm gonna keep things very simple. I've got a lot going on, so don't expect any fancy editing or anything outlandish. There's gonna be a lot of fitness and health content going on. I'm just gonna keep it simple and focus on that and see what I can come up with. I'd also like to put in a bit of family updates in there. I'm due a baby boy in March, which I'm super excited about. So that's kind of the content that's going to be happening. I'm just going to be experimenting a lot. I feel like with YouTube, it's very much a feeling out process, throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I hope you guys come along with me for the ride. So if you guys like the sound of that, please give me a like and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be back with some great content, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.